going to do hopefully a quick tutorial on dynamics and stuff on characters, but then I was just mucking around and I was seeing how they've updated in 5.6 the retargeting stuff, so I just quickly bash through that. Just going to make a new project with the comma variant, and then once that loads up, I'm going to use the not Rome. Use soldier guy. My project. Let me put it in there. So put in 5.4. Doesn't really matter. And cool. So I should have that now. Okay. So. Where to start? Okay, I'm just going to open up the combat. So, yeah, previously, if you wanted to retarget characters, you had to sort of go through the same process you go through when in Motion Builder or something like that. They really streamlined it, so I just wanted to quickly smash through that. So if I just click on this character here that I've just brought in, I go to create, and you can now just go create IK Rig, and there you have it. And now once you've done that, you can auto create the IK Rig, and you can auto create the retarget chains for the IK Rig. It's cool. You used to sort of have to go through this and do it manually. This is amazing. Okay, I'm now going to quickly do it for which skeleton mesh is this character using coin. Okay, where are you, coin? So yeah, just going to do it again. Create IK Rig, and then on the IK Rig, I'm going to what is it, the chains, and then the case it makes difference. Cool. Yep, done. Save that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to animation. I'm going to create an IK Retargeter, which will use these two new IK rigs I've made. Let's call this in to okay. And now, in my source, I'm going to use my Quinn, and the target I'm going to work to will be my Roman. Now, and again, you could have to go down and set this all up, but I'm just going to use the auto default. Let's see what that gives us. Yeah. For me. Cool, so stop doing that. So that's basically it, yeah. And if I want to play with this character, so in here, if I want to get this character blueprint, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to find opening up the blueprint, and what you can do just to test it first, see if you're happy with it, is if you click on the mesh, you just add an additional skeletal mesh, and we're going to, here's a nice space one. Okay, I'm going to plug him in, but of course I'll just T-pose. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click him, and again I'm going to go up to create, instead of doing the IK Rig, create an atom blueprint, and I'll call this ABP Roman. In this atom blueprint, all I'm going to put is, I'm just going to drag off the output pose, type in retarget pose from mesh. Here, I'm just going to plug in that retargeter, IK Retargeter I previously made. Okay, now I go AVP Roman. And now it's driving it here. I'm going to hide this mesh. So let's type in visibility. Toggle off the visibility. And I want it to be on always tick pause. I'm just going to change that to always tick and refresh pose. Compile, save. Yeah, he's already there. I forgot to press stop. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's nuts how quick they made it. Yeah, and if I want to change record there, let's do the same thing. Come back. Let's go to him. Mesh is he using? Do the same thing. Add gold mesh. Roman. Roman. Oh yeah. Is switch that off and take it to always take it and refresh pose. Save. Well, there he is. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you can see like this skirt he wears is a bit mental, so that's actually what I wanted to show and work on, but yeah, it's just the retargeter is really quite something. Okay, cool. So anyway, yeah, so what I actually wanted to show is what we can do. Yeah, you saw how the skirt was clipping through there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the physics asset of the skeleton. This will be set to simulate to fall, but because it's been driven off the hidden one, which has its own physics assets, so I should be able to just muck around with this one to make it work for me. So what am I going to do? Yeah, I'm going to, actually what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to do that. Go back, slow down. What I'll do is I'll duplicate it and rework it. Physics asset, okay. So I'm just going to duplicate that. Okay, so if I just let me just knock that to 1, because he'll pass and just get rid of those. Cool. Okay, I'll quickly get rid of what I don't want. I don't want the lower arm. No, might want the lower arm. So let's get rid of fingers there. Keep this sword. I'm gonna keep that. I need the ball. Get rid of these fingers here. Okay, keep that. Any twist joints in here. Put it in here. No twist joints. Okay, cool. So, yeah, I don't need the head or the neck. Spine 3, spine 2. Yeah, that's fine. Probably don't need spine 2. Okay, I'm just going to focus on, right, first of all, what I'm going to do is the body parts that I want to stay rigid. I'm just going to select those first. And once I've got all those selected, basically anything I don't want to have dynamics on, I'm just going to quickly select. Now I'm going to set those to kinetic. Okay, and I'll realign them in a bit. Okay, and then everything else I'm going to set to simulate. Yeah. greedy there. The crasher, will it stay? Come on, computer, be good. Yay. Okay, it's safe. Great. Okay. Like they'll completely spaz. Oh, it didn't actually come. Oh, yeah. It didn't spaz out because they're all clipping through each other. So I'm just going to quickly just sort of juice these down. Use that down. Down. Okay. Right. So I hit simulate now. You can see the dynamic stuff is being dynamic. I can grab it and drag it around, but it's not kind of intersecting with the body or anything like that. So to make that happen, I'm just going to grab everything. Right click, collision, enable collision with all. Let's save again before everything crashes. Now it'll kind of spaz out a little bit more, but they are interacting with each other. Now it's just a case of kind of lining them up, so the collision volume sort of makes sense. What's up? Okay, so I got my clavicle. That's probably way too big. I am going to change these to be square, I think, and I'm just going to shrink them right down. Regenerate, but sphere and box. Okay, and what's going on there? Okay, why is that not letting me do that? Whoa, let's do that. Stop doing it. Behave, damn you. Okay, let's grab these two. Time being, I'm just going to put them up here. It's actually what I wanted it to bloody do. Okay, these boys. And you can see they're trying to collide with the volume that's underneath them, so I just push G to bring that back up. Okay, so I've got a clavicle here, and I'm going to push around there. Idea, and I'll reduce the amount they're allowed to wobble. In a moment. There must be a mirror button or something. For later. Anyway, what I really want to focus on is the script. Okay, so it still goes markers, which is fine. That's such shame. You're not helping. No. Okay. Sort of that's, yeah, like you spend quite a while just sort of sorting out these. And get the last one of each of these because they're sort of over the place. Okay. Yeah. What the hell? Skirt. Not you. Oh, brilliant. It's just it's very quick and rough. What's going on here? You guys, it's fizzing out as well. Probably good if you weren't stretched over else. You. Okay, it's not very tight. Like these should all be uniform and fitting in neatly. But yeah, I just want to quickly kind of go over so you can see how they're kind of twisting. So the first thing I'm going to do is, well, it's not the first thing. I'm just going to select the all of the skirt joints. And then, so these are the bones, and these are the constraints between them. And you need to modify the constraints in between. And, oh no, that's the so down here, we just come down to the angular limits. It's the main thing I want to muck around with. For the twist, this is like rotating around it, so I'm just going to make that 1. And I'm going to put both of these to 20 for the moment, so they don't move as much. It's a bit more controlled. What I also want to do, which can be nice, you can see the way it's like the material's pulling, but it's not having no effect on like the material beside it really. What we can do, which can be quite nice, is we can create additional constraints between them. Let's see, have they moved this? Create constraint. Oh, hang on, yeah. So you with them selected, constraints selected, bodies. Cool, that's it. Okay, let's move that there. And you can come around and do the same here. Right click, constraint select bodies. Let's move that over there. Now I'll just show what that does. So now if this pulls, it's pulling that material, the bones with it. It's fairly a bit locked to it. So what you can do is on these new constraints we've created, they're locked here, but we can unlock the linear and so we can put 5, this one too, and that will give it a little bit of transform. We can pull on before it pulls the chain, and we get something more like a fabric then. Okay, let me just quickly these. It's just Control Y is the shortcut. Limited. 5. see it. So this is very, very rough. This will be the first one. Yeah. Okay, so now I missed one there. What did I miss there? Oh yeah, I have. I need to tie you two together. Okay, let's sort out these guys. Limited, make 2 less. Actually, probably have constraints in the animal blueprint driving these on the arms as well, but yeah. These are clipping into each other, which doesn't help. It's big. What you could do is reduce the for the time being. Okay. Yeah, this is very rough. Do this properly. It was for a game or something. Let me just quickly smash through it. Yeah, fine. Okay, so having created my little physics asset now, so I'm happy with that. What I'm now going to do, just hit set all. So at the moment, yeah, my Roman, you can see there's legs clipping through it there. So, where's the animation blueprint I just made? Great. Okay, so that's local to component, okay. Local to component, animation, dynamics. Dynamics is not what I want. I want animation, dynamics, RigidBody, yeah. And let's put that there. And so yeah, first of all I'm copying from it, but now I'm going to plug in my physics asset Roman pile, yep, save, and now that's running my physics asset through it, so it's going to copy from the source and then play my physics. So now, fingers crossed, yeah. They're a little bit chunky, but cool, yeah. It would be nice if I could turn the camera around so I could see the front of them. Yeah, it's a little bit of issues there with the script, yeah. Oh, no, I'm dead too. Okay, yeah, but that's it. Cool. Yeah, that's fun. Bye.